All right, we are in week number 7 of our JuvaFit challenge, and we are all doing various types of challenges. Some of us are doing health and wellness, some of us are doing strength, some of us are doing fat loss, but it doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you're challenging yourself and doing a little bit better each and every day. So this week, our move of the week is side planks. You can do it on the floor as a full side plank. You can do it with your knees crunched up, or you can do it on the wall. And I'm here to tell you that I'm a wall person, and it really does engage the core. So you just want to make sure that your shoulder is aligned and that you don't have it too far back or too far forward. So make sure that it's really straight when you're doing it on the floor or on the wall. And that is a great challenge. I've been doing both sides. So I do 30 seconds on one side and 30 seconds on the other side. And I can feel it in my abdominals. So that's a good thing. We like to engage our abs and do things that do workouts a little bit differently. Last night on our challenge call, they talked about the importance of having fiber in the diet. Fiber keeps the system moving and flushing toxins out of your body. And then they also talked about silver very briefly, and I am going to spend a few minutes tonight discussing the benefits of our silver, our nano silver, because it's an amazing product. And I know that probably everyone who has used it has seen how amazing it truly is. Um, if you haven't checked in for this week, please get checked in. I think everybody's checked in. I think most everybody's checked in. And the one thing that I noticed that all of us are focusing on is tracking, tracking, and tracking. And then last night they challenged us and said, if you've gotten the macros somewhat balanced out, now maybe start tracking your fiber and making sure that you're getting enough fiber. And interestingly, as we age, we need less fiber, which I thought was very interesting. So I don't know if you caught that, but they were saying that if you are an adult who is under 50 years of age, men 50 and under need 31 to 34 grams of fiber, and women 50 and younger need 25 to 28 grams of fiber. If you're an adult man over 51, you need 30 grams of fiber, and adult women 51 and older only need 22 grams of fiber. So I thought that was interesting. And I think the main reason is because the body kind of slows down a little bit. Uh, they also talked about how fiber will nourish your gut bacteria. And those of you that have been with me for a long time, you know that the center of your health is in your gut. So if you're feeding your gut junk, you're going to feel junky. If you're feeding your gut healthy things, you're going to feel better. So it was a really, really good call. If you didn't get a chance to hop on it, make sure that you do that. But I wanted to take just a few minutes and talk about our silver products. We are never without our silver. It comes in a gel form, and then it also comes in a liquid form. We travel with these products. We believe in them. We also sell small little spray bottles. You can spray it. We carry spray bottle in all of our cars. And whenever we go to a gas station when we're traveling, especially long distances, we're spraying the pumps. We're spraying our steering wheels. We're spraying our hand, doing whatever we can to make sure that we're not sharing germs or other people are sharing germs with us. The gel is also a good thing. I have a lot of moms that will send the gel in their kid's backpack, and you can just put a small amount in your hand and then just put the gel on. And the interesting thing is I believe the gel lasts several hours. I want to say 3 to 4 hours when you put it on. So I've had nurses purchase this from me, and it's just full of benefits, and it's lightweight and it's easy to carry in a backpack or travel with as well. You can also put the gel in a little spray bottle, and you can spray it up your nostrils, It's really good for allergies this time of the year. So you can also put like a Q-tip in and just kind of wipe your nose out, but it really helps with allergy. So a lot of people use the corticosteroid nasal sprays. The only problem with the corticosteroid nasal sprays is that it elevates your cortisol levels. And as you know, cortisol level doesn't allow you to do weight loss or healthy things that you might want to be doing. So that's really good. You can also take the silver gel and put a Q-tip in it and wipe your nose out. Or if you have like a cold sore or a canker sore in your mouth, you can also do that as well. You can gargle with it. You can brush your teeth with it. I actually bought a book several years ago. Is sold in the back office. And I was saying on the call last night that I also use a silver gel. Are you ready for this?
Mhm.
As a deodorant.
What?
There are so many deodorants, and when I was working with a functional nutritional doctor many years ago, she was telling me how there's toxic chemicals in our deodorants. And of course, I live in the South, but I put a little bit on a cotton ball and dab it under my armpits, and it does eliminate body odor because body odor is caused by bacteria, and our silver is antibacterial, antimicrobial, antifungal, all that good stuff, and antiviral. So, so this is, believe it or not, this is my deodorant. I thought that was a fun thing. Also, um, I learned something this winter. I learned that fire ants do not die in snow. That's unfortunate because they are pesky little boogers. And I was gardening yesterday, got into a fire ant mound, and they were biting me all over. And I came inside and put the gel on it, and I have no bites today. None. It's amazing how it just really avoids the itching if you have shingles or young children with diaper rash or anything like that. It's very, very effective on skin scrapes or bug bites or anything like that. Um, and then eczema. A lot of people have eczema or psoriatic, what do they call it? Psoriasis. Is good on that. So this is an amazing, amazing product. I have interesting, it also helps with inflammation of the joints, which I keep forgetting about. There was a study done where people were drinking it a little bit, the liquid. You can put it in your water. It really doesn't have any taste. And one woman reported that after using 1 teaspoon per day for 1 week, she was able to reduce her joint pain medication by 90%. And she claimed that almost all the swelling was gone from the joint, and also that her energy level was dramatically improved. When I asked her how much was drinking daily, she said she took a glug out of the bottle. I'm not sure I know exactly how much a glug is, but what she described, I believe, is around 1 to 2 ounces a day. So it's good for injection sites, jellyfish stings if you're hanging out on the beach. Um, it's good for mold and fungus that can affect your house and your lung. So you want to be able to drink that. So I could go on and on and on. It's an amazing thing. It can be a personal lubricant. It can help with warts. So I know from personal experience that that these two products are just amazing. And I actually think that, my go-to when I don't feel good is to drink the silver and to take the ginger and the turmeric and all the other amazing products we have. But I find that if I use this right away, that whatever I get, if I do get sick, it doesn't last as long as what other people have. So I just wanted to give that a quick overview because I thought they kind of skimmed over it, and is probably one of my very favorite products that we have in the line. So let's talk about us. Lori, I know your commitment word is, what is your word for the challenge?
Focus.
What is it?
Focus.
That's right,
Focus.
focus. So, and I know you're doing amazing. You're looking fantastic, by the way, young lady. So,
Like,
so we're just starting week 7. So we are 2/3 of the way through the challenge. What do you think you've learned the most about this challenge?
about this challenge, how important it is to focus on my goals. Yeah, even though this last week I had kind of a bad week, but that's okay. Tuesday was the beginning of a new week, so I forgot what I did last week and focusing on this week.
Perfect. Perfect. And as I've mentioned in other calls that we've had, if you have that one day, like Fat Tuesday was yesterday, I know a lot of people just cannot resist just doing that. And then today, they're not eating as much and they're eating fish or whatever. Um, the goal is to, over the course of a week, to kind of balance things out. So if you have a couple of days that are off, if you're getting back on track, I wouldn't lose sleep over it. We're all human, and you're right. Focus is a great word. What do you find the most challenging so far?
Hmm. Tracking food. I write it down, but I don't necessarily put it in app. But I do write it onto paper. And I started this new thing where I do A2O workout BM. And it's on a piece of paper in my notebook. And that's easier for me. And I just check. And
Perfect. Perfect.
um,
And
so that
I think tracking helps you understand how your body responds to different foods. Would you agree?
absolutely.
Yeah. Tracking for me is everything. When I get way off track and I go back and I look and it's like, okay, this is not really to your advantage. It's just not. So my word was commitment. And on days like today, when it was pouring down rain, and if I don't get up and do the movement right away first thing in the morning, then sometimes it doesn't happen. And then I get disappointed in myself and then I get off track. But it was raining. There were high winds and possible tornadoes going through here today. So I'm like, okay, you can do this later. And remember your word commitment. So
Mhm.
about 3 o'clock this afternoon, I got a break in work. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I don't know why sitting on a computer is exhausting, but it is. And so I'm like, all right, what are you going to do? And so Roscoe, thankfully, I have a puppy that likes to be active. And I thought, I'm going to go take Roscoe for a walk. It was only about a 20-minute walk. It wasn't my usual 45-minute walk, but I felt so good that I honored my commitment to myself. And so for me, the most difficult part is tracking also. I think tracking is one of those painful things. It definitely slows my roll if I'm on an eating frenzy because it's like, oh, do I want to track that? And then it stops me. So the tracking is challenging. And then like days like today when the weather isn't perfect, my go-to is always to take a walk outside in nature. I think it's very healing and I think it's a very spiritual experience, at least for me. So um, I just I was very proud of myself. So commitment is my word. Any questions?
I love what you said about silver. I didn't think about the deodorant thing. I'm
Yep,
gonna
yep.
try that.
So what's your focus on this week?
Um, better eating choices because, like I said, last week was not a good week for me, but we're focusing on this week.
And my focus is on staying true to the balancing of the macros and the carbs and everything. And I'm noticing that my overall body, my inflammation, my joints really are impacted negatively when I make bad choices. So I don't know why I don't pay attention to that, but sometimes we just feel like we're in our 20s again and can eat anything and everything in sight. So my focus is also on better food choices and continuing that and continue to honor my commitment because I have been doing 2 to 3 strength training sort of things added on to my walking, and I do feel stronger and more easy to move. Last week I went to a concert with a girlfriend and we had meet and greet tickets after the concert and we had to walk up these little tiny steps. And, she and I were both kind of hanging on for dear life because they were very narrow steps, weren't like the normal width of steps. And when I came down, I was very careful because I didn't want to fall. But, I'm noticing that, I still have challenges with those things. And all that does is just remind me that I have to stay the course. All right. Thank you for being on the call. And as always, I am here if anybody has any questions, and have a great evening.
Thank you. Love
Bye.
you. Bye bye.
Love you too. Bye.